So I am 100% sure that VGHS is copyright free because I've seen it streamed online so many times. I think Netflix has fucked up the deal. A little bit of shit the pooch. We are back though. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. We'll go one episode. Then we'll go to New World. Yeah. We're back. Yeah. I guess we got to do that thing where we stop and we talk about it for about 2 minutes before we resume because YouTube's throwing a fit.
Away from keyboard. Let's see if we can have some fun with them.
I am gonna continue it though.
Yeah.
Mom, where's the iodine?
Whatever, kid.
Yeah. Woo!
Dude, everyone loves the law. Yeah, but like I said, maybe we gotta pause every couple minutes here while we're watching VGHS, but there's lots to pause and talk about in VGHS. Gotta get the snack. Brian D has entered the chat. Dodging bullets, clean. Do it. Do it. Brian D has logged on.
Close one.
Hot.
So what was that move called?
Called a pub stomp. The real gamer. The real gamer. Brian D is logged on. Absolutely bodying false gamer gods. Brian D was my idol when I was younger. One grew up to be exact. Well, no, not actually. There's Games Dean, the far cooler, effortlessly cool, who we'll be meeting later. But Brian D, they're simply a superior gamer.
That's just you know what? It's not really a move. I got killed. You know, it's pub stomp. Anything can happen. Who was that guy, right? Who was that guy?
Brian D.
So,
You don't forget the
all right,
name.
I guess commercial break or something like that.
And yet the president.
Hold on. Brian D, you king. Oh my god, long arm with the law. My butt. That was yo, you can tell the age. You can tell how old this series was. I need new pants. Well played. Can't believe the AFK trick worked. Nah, legit. Real gamer hours. Brian A, Brian B, Brian C. Nah. I'm assuming it's saying he's streaming when it says he's on IRL. But
And yet the president's condition is still unknown at this time. A nation waits with.
you gotta love that when the president is missing, you gotta interrupt for little video game action.
Hold on to your joystick, zoners. We got ourselves a late-breaking Pwn Zone frag alert. Shotbot, what you got?
VGHS superstar with the law humiliated live on national television by a no-name nooblet in a pub stop gone wrong. My computation, frag of the century, peep the replay.
신인 게이머 브라이언 D 씨가 게임 인재들을 발굴해내는 명성이 높은 비디오 게임 고등학교에 입학 허가를 받았다고 하는데요. 실력 높은 프로 게이머들을 많이 양성해내는 학교.
Video game high school admission. Dude, it's coming. It's incoming.
Yeah, that's right. We were totally with Brian when he got the call from VGHS. We love you, Brian D. Yeah, we love
Brian.
you. Yeah.
Give me a break. What makes this flash in the pan fluker think he's got what it takes?
Dude, not a flash in the pan fluker. Brian D. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna hit you with it in chat. Brian D's nuts. Before someone else says it.
Ron! I completely agree, Ron. VGHS is the most intense pro gaming academy in the country.
Guys, can I just agree with you for one
Your
second?
agreement's been noted, sir. Fellas, please. Let's look at their acceptance video, okay?
You will not study physics. You will study physics engines. You will not study art. You will study the art of war.
Chat, quick salute for Sergeant Calhoun. Not principal. We're gonna ignore that his real name is Ernie. But we need a salute for Calhoun. You do not disrespect Calhoun. Unless you're, you know, better than Calhoun.
You will learn about biology by bathing in the blood of your enemies. Sound good? Well, welcome to VGHS.
You have been accepted to VGHS.
This is actually happening.
Swear to God if I'm down again.
Everyone says I won't make it, but I have to try. I mean, I have dreamed of playing on a VGHS team since I was E for everyone. But I hope you'll understand.
I want regular conversations to go like this in real life, where you just it's constantly
I'm gonna miss
like
this back and forth.
You're talking in video game speak.
Take care, Mom.
MMOs are the best analogy for any real life situation.
Brian, reporters are here. Let's get you mic'd up.
Reporters are here. Let's get them mic'd up, chat.
Love you, Mom. I put some extra food in your bowl.
I'm gonna wait for it to turn. Let's see the turn.
I'm going to VGHS.
Maybe we have to. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to go back a little bit, to show off what. Yeah, no, there it is. This was a real concern. I don't know if anyone remembers this back when WoW was massive, but this was a genuine, like, real concern people had of MMO addiction. It happened with League as well, but there were so many people just not living life, playing MMOs all day. This is what people assumed the college students who played WoW were going to turn into, even though it's a little exaggerated here, that people in college who were playing WoW day in, day out, that they were going to turn into. This was going to be their life.
Hey, you can touch both.
Hey, Mom, school, it's great. Love you, bye.
Can I touch them? Hey, you can touch both of them.
Yeah. Dude, the law, sick with it. But we do have to move on to New World. Fuck you, New World. Holy shit. Let's go over. We were AFK for a few minutes. We were AFK for a few minutes. Don't worry about it. Transition over. Let's continue. little Mirrodin action. The skin looks kind of trash, but it'll get better action. Little New World's crashing. Little poorly optimized game came out a year ago. Hog? There we are. So the goal today is we're going to play for a while. And then we're going to get to some stuff a little bit later where we talk about a few things going on. Something I want to branch out into. Little segment, let's call it. And then we gotta move on a little here. In the meantime, let's grab some. Bing, bang, boom. Over on this monitor. Some of that sweet roller coaster tycoon beats. Now we are going to have to get a few things done tonight. First off, we're going to join the faction for real and then actually join the guild we were meant to join not so long ago. But you know, it takes a minute. That's what it has to be. Low quest acceptance.
Excellent. I have a guitar in my possession, but
Oh, I hate the instruments in this game. They are not a good experience. I don't like. Maybe they're fun to play. I from what I understand, it's a little bit like Rock Band, but I don't know if how many people were a Rock Band kid. I was not. Doesn't mean I couldn't bust out like the best of them, but it is let's call it not the peak gameplay. Do I have to collect something? I do. Fuck. Let's pick it up just so we have the quest slightly finished, and then I don't even remember where the last guy was. Somewhere down here. We'll see the glowing thing in town. Somewhere. No, that's a note. But it does give us free XP. Getting that cheap EXP before we move on here. The guild did purchase Ebonscale. I love Ebonscale. It actually is just the prettiest town. We gotta make our way. We're gonna make our way north. We're gonna pick up this one. We're gonna join the Marauders. Standing gain and then EXP. Dude, we're already out of the EXP buff after just collecting the notes in town. Hey, you know what? Not opposed to the EXP buff. After being offline for a while, it does help people catch up. We don't have a lot of time to do so, but it is a little limited. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Oh, all right. Auto run. This is faction initiate. Go over there. It'll help us towards the main quest. We will unpin that. I really should work on the wood cutting a little bit more, but we'll work more towards that once we get to level 60. Crafting used to be pretty goated for EXP, not so much anymore. But I don't know. It's what it be, what it do, what it is. Yeah, I wonder if... Oh, YouTube chat is broken. Because I had to restart. Okay, let me fix that real quick like. While we're auto running here. Alright, tight. And then back to the game. You know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if this music is the vibe. I gotta slay some Lost. Get some loot real quick and tab over to this. What's the vibe? Yeah, there we go. Little onslaught. Could really do the skinning here, even if it's a little bit more annoying than it should be. Let's go here. And bada bing, bada boom. And then you can see in the bottom left next to the health bar if you're in combat. They did change it. No, they didn't change the camera being terrible when you're inside buildings. Here to stay and here to pray. I do think I should have put a little bit of my stuff away in chests, but we should be returning to town in not so long. I just gotta kill a few more Lost. It's not exactly difficult to do. Little class improvement quests. I don't know if anyone's ever played one of those actual class improvement like one of those games where you actually have to do class improvement quests or multi-class games, some of those weird Korean MMOs, and even the Koreans will tell you they're weird Korean MMOs. They know they're weird. but I mean, I'm not gonna say they're bad. I play them for a reason. They are fun. But oh, all right, Pog, unharvestable cabbage. Yeah, gonna be stuck there for a few hours if I try and loot that. They just make him in such a, I don't know. There we are, there we are, there we are. Please don't tell me I attracted. No, I didn't. Not that one. This is a... It was a bit of a meme playlist I put on, but I'm looking forward to this next one. No, that's okay. No. Let's throw on one last hit.
So, here's the deal. We're going to do a Reddit recap today, but it's probably only going to have a few posts because I've been informed by some members of the...
That's one last hit. There we are, there we are, there we are.
Your current target is the coffee cow, but you'll need help. I've sent you the list of recruits.
Yeah, I'm not sticking around, dude. Okay. All right. Maybe waste my time as you were about to retreat. Gotta go up. Pick that one up, head down here, pick up the main story quest. This should be the Marauder home. How sick would it be if instead of, you know, having the Marauder home, you go here, pick up the quest, complete the quest, you're done. Marauders actually had a incentive to hang out here. Like it was a genuinely good gathering spot for people. I don't know. It seems like it would have been a better setup than it currently is for you. I'm going to create this amazing looking area that's hard to access and kind of seems like a hangout spot. But you only visit it once and you never go there ever again. Or you could go there, hang out, get some benefits, actually have something to do there. Pog? But no, that'd be too easy. That's too simple. I am definitely out leveled for this area. Think I gotta, yeah, no I don't. I gotta do something here. I gotta kill Ma. I gotta go inside and get some stuff. Discipline the pirates, burn the pirate banners, and plunder the pirate horde. Okay, back here. Come back here, pick up the pirate notes.
Your first destination is this place. You must retrieve the
Got a quick little breastplate. I hope to God that I can actually... Nope, that's not it. Oh, this is a different quest. I was looking at number 2 and not number 5. Hit the ability. You can see in the bottom right, I'm hitting the ability. It's not working. Dude, yet another reason why YouTube is bugging the hell out of me. Copyright is a little bit like fuckety wuckety. Things you can get away with, not as many. But it's all good. We'll figure it out. I wonder, is it all YouTube videos that you have to be careful around, or just the ones that they decided, hey, I'm gonna upload this to the internet or I'm gonna upload this to streaming services for clout? I really should get those things. So I don't know if this is legal to say this, but like, I'm going to murder my prof in a video game. Motherfucker cancels class today. Does not announce it ahead of time. He did it after I already started driving. And you know what? Fair. He said it before class. Fair enough. Maybe he only figured out that he was busy, like, I don't know, an hour beforehand. I doubt it. But I mean, it still sucks. Yeah, I have enough time. I'm encumbered. A salvage. No. I'm mad. I'm gonna need you guys to kill this not that quickly. This is irritating. Here. I'm doing this. I don't even care. Rap, not cohesive to other people listening. Rap, also what I enjoy the most. Even if it's bad or worse rap, I do not care. Not this kind of rap. Nope. No. Does mean I don't have to tab it in and out anymore. Just hit my little stream deck here and just... I can, however, harvest trees and hit rock until the grizzly respawns. Hog, new ring. I do have to salvage a bunch of stuff, and I'm not going to use any of this. Can't use this now. Yo, Grizzlord, when you coming back? I'm just like not feeling music, I guess. Did the music fall off? No, it did. Oh, we're waiting for Grisma anyway. You know what? Fuck it. Mogul Grooves. A little season 6 action. Everyone loves season 6. Doesn't matter what it is. Oh, it's got all of them. There's a playlist with all of them in it. There we are, there we are, there we are. There we are. Other people equally pissed off that the grizzly bear has not spawned. Well, not equally pissed off. It cannot match how pissed off I am at a video game for not making my life easy and also ruining my day. I refuse to watch Twitch drops anymore. I know I can put it on in the background, I can install add-ons, I don't have to, and you know, all that stuff. But that seems like excessive work that is more than nothing. And as much as I'm okay with doing a little work here and there, I'm not doing that. That sounds like hell. That sounds like more than clicking one button. Yo, Miss Grizzle, where you at? I don't know if anyone... I did not grow up watching the Magic School Bus. But I kind of envy the kids who did grow up watching the Magic School Bus. Bill Nye, Magic School Bus, all that... There we are. Is here. I am kind of envious of the kids who did grow up watching the Magic School Bus. No! No! Stop pulling him! I swear, okay, I would have been so mad if that didn't count. I actually probably would have turned off New World. Not touched this game for like another year. It would have been hell. Amazon would have gotten reports. Every single one of those players start wasting their time the same way they wasted mine. You guys are lucky. Oh, sweet. Someone's spamming emotes in chat. Alright, gonna head a little south. Where's this kid want me to go? 5? That was 5 on the map. It's in town, but it's covered up by the quest I unselected. Alright, we're bringing negative vibes to the stream. We get positive vibes. I don't know, let's think of what positive vibes are out there in the world right now. Let me tell you, it's not many. I don't know if you've seen the world today, but it's kind of struggling for positive vibes. I mean, all right. Let's put it this way. Everything's pretty positive on the whole. But the thing is, I think people measure positive vibes by like how much things improve or things getting better. Everything's positive all the time. It's like vibes, they're considered like even score. Let me through. Don't make me go all the way around. Don't make me go all the way around. Let me... Alright, game. I'm gonna mauled. Ascend higher in the temple. Alright, alright. Yo, how did the voice line in-game match up with the bass drop on the music? Sounds like the guy who put on this music knows what's up. Sounds like this guy knows what he's doing. I gotta go through the center, out the other side, don't I? Yeah, all right. 5,000 IQ move. He's figuring it out. He's on that daily grind where he's like not dumb anymore. Now, I'll tell you this. I might not be smart, but I'm also very dumb. All right. He hit me. That AoE is not big enough to hit the entire guy, but we are taking his potion. We haven't had to use potions very much, and I still didn't configure my things in the bottom here to fight your way deeper into the temple by completing the trial. You mean hit the button? Oh, this is a trial? How to defeat one skeleton soldier. I just gotta hang out here for a second. Oh, okay. No. There's more stuff coming. Alright, this is my EXP. What's that line about you say to a person, I'm about to level up, and you look like just enough EXP? Go up to the gate, start rattling on it. Let me in. Let me in. Little Eric Andre sketch for you. I have noticed since starting stream, I've been saying a little too much. Yo. Let me through. Let me through. The timer's done. Just open the gate. It doesn't have to be cinematic. No! Is the gate closed? Ancient door. Ancient door. Here? Where am I? Did I pass through that before? I guess. All right. Huh. I guess the guy's supposed to spawn here. Unless they made a boss arena and then didn't decide, you know, we're gonna put the boss somewhere else. Probably in the corner. Listen, I'll say it right now. AWS's design philosophy for this was a little flawed before. Should be using the blunderbuss more. The blunderbussy. How much ammo do I have? None ammos. 5 ammos. I can level up my engineering. Start crafting some more ammo. I'm definitely too high a level for this area though. No, we're getting the EXP though. We're completing the main story quest. I would not like to join the syndicate, Sam I am. Company. Must be in a faction. Wait, do I have to go back? Oh, I think I have to go back there and talk to the guy and click join the faction. Or up here. This does do a ton of damage. Let me up. Oh, they spawned a sec. What? Where did the other 4 come from? There was 4 of them. Where did they come from? All right, tight. Yeah, at least we don't gotta run too far to actually complete the quest here. I'm gonna wait till I get back to town to actually advance further in the or in this to go and maybe joined. Yeah, this is fire, steel, black powder, barrels, fast. I don't know what that is. Maybe if I go to pin this. Little manual pinnage. Discipline. Oh, this is the discipline the pirates quest. All right, so it's number 3. Where on the map is number? It's number 4 now. All right. Number 4 is up here. All right. We know what we have to do. We know we gaming. Let me over the fence. All right, so I'm over leveled for the area so that to a point that it's not dangerous at all. But I'm not over leveled to the point where I can just like one-shot everything, which is where I need to be. Overgeared, overleveled, overpowered. 3 pillars of the O. We getting that O. Better than, a little better than that Not as good as that Definitely not as great as that Gok Gok. No, don't I'm malding. Alright, accept the quest from inanimate object. How am I getting money from this? We are accessing the ancient coffer though. The ancient device. Yo, why I'm sick of everything here being ancient. Everyone around me, all the objects. So many boomers. All right, hit through the. There we are. There we are. There we are. And we can loot the supply crate real quick. You might think, oh, looting the supply crates, a little waste of time. Nah, 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 nah. It's important. Gotta get all those crafting materials. Sure, we'll be able to buy them later. But for right now, unable to buy them. No one's selling them on the market. And those that are, like, dumb price. Get the locket back from the lot. Do I just gotta kill him? Go give me your locket. This isn't a choice. This is a demand. This is not a question. This is an order. This does not look like the guy would have a locket on him. Yeah, he's only got crystallized ectoplasm. What was I saying? Right about everything 100% of the time, every time. Call it early and often. Speaking of early and often. Yo, I need more. I need some loss. I need loss in chat. I swear to God, if it's around here and I'm just missing it, it's like a specific guy, the Locket dude, Lord of the Locket. No, but it just does. It does keep saying kill just the dude. Begging, pleading for the location of the locket and locket through text. Yo, we got the locket. Lock it, unlock. I don't know if anyone's ever gonna get that reference to the where are we? We're going back. Gotta go for 5. Yo, get taunted. I keep trying to hit double tap to roll, and it doesn't work. I'm so used to everything having double tap to dodge roll or shift to the side, and it never does. I hate the new meta of putting shift as your dodge roll. Games keep doing it, and it's not my riz. Look, chat, no hands. All right, so I got this annoying thing with my internet right now, where my internet will connect, but not automatically. I don't have to input in the password or anything. I don't have to do any of that. But I walk through the house, phone does not connect to the internet. Where am I headed next? I'm headed north. We're gonna hit that up. We're gonna go east into town. Probably head north up here, pick up this. Drop off our supply. Go 2 quests to drop off. Definitely a level 8, 28 incoming. Two more con and one more weapon mastery, great sword. Enters define this ability and has grit. Grit prevents you from being staggered. Yeah. Charged heavy attacks will have grit and inflict bleeding. I'm being stuck. All right. Nah, this is sick. I hate being staggered. Actually, the worst part of anything. I'm using heavy attacks constantly anyway, so I get grit. That's what's it. Let me up the mountain. Give me a mount. I want to fly a dragon. Yo, speaking of like crazy Korean MMOs, we're going back to that conversation. They have like secret quests and like unique classes, but when they say unique, it's not like our unique in the West. When they say, "Oh, you got a unique title," and the unique title is like something 90% of the player base has. No, when it says unique title, it means like you or maybe like a few people have it. But just you. I think sometimes they recycle it if nobody plays. But they also have like secret unlockable classes and stuff like that. They're like legit where you can be the hero of your story. The MMO addiction in Korean, and I'm sure Chinese MMOs are like the exact same way, because they always are like, oh yeah, you want to be the hero of the story? We will facilitate that for you. And they do it without question. Yo, I'm getting so much Azoth. What recover corn? That's my quest? Free turkey? A little bit of poultry? Yo, these guys actually ran through and killed all of the zombies. overripe corn, huh? All overripe your corn. What does that mean? I don't know. I just kind of said it, and now I'm questioning my life choices. You're leaned back, a little bit relaxed gaming. Not nearly as zoomed in and engaged as we typically are on the stream. Oh, are gaming, that's for sure. What are the... Follow the wolf track. Alright. Please don't tell me I have to I don't. Okay. Yeah, I just gotta step on him. Just gotta step on it. Just gotta step on it. You gotta fulfill that fantasy for some people. I don't know why they're into it. Maybe it's a feet thing. Maybe it's not. We don't know. The brain's kind of fucked up in some ways. The same reason people like choking and shit. How'd the wolf get down here? No shot. The wolf just sort of it fell. Thin out the wolf population. Recover Rudrick's attack. All right. Rikers. I can't read. Speaking of wolf population, any wolves? Any wolf spawners? We do got a wolf. Ayo, the grit paid off. I forget who Erica is, but I'm sure I'm on their friends list for a good reason. I think we get additional EXP now, but I'm also not sure. They're like 2 clicks away that way. We're not chatting. We are not hopping into the voice comms. Maybe we hop into voice comms a little later after we do our next segment, but we're just chilling for now. I've already been live for about an hour. Give it another hour or two. Once we got ourselves chill, cozy, and operational. Some better posture so I don't fuck up my back even further than it already is. Yo, I wish I could show like my medical documentation on screen, but it's also got all of my personal information on it. So that kind of suck if that got leaked. But I will say this. It does say we're talking about my MRI here. We got an MRI not so long ago. I don't want the bush. I just want... Oh, Hog, we got more bait. We're baiting. Any baiters in chat? Yeah. Anyway. Yo, give me some wolves. I got back my MRI thing. People say there's a lot of Chinese in Canada. False. Reason you see a lot of Chinese in Canada. You get a lot of them in like high performing, and not even Chinese, just a lot of Asian people in general. You see a lot of them in high performing jobs. I don't know what it is. They're just doing better. But you see in trades and stuff like that, not a single person who's not white. Like, they are the whitest motherfuckers you will ever find. Yo, he's here. I don't know why. Is he following me? He's following me. Why is he following me? They didn't PM me. I actually don't remember whose name it is. Did I type in chat? I don't think so. Yo, so people are already getting level 60. Fuck, people must already be level 60. Which is like annoying to see. You know, I guess that's what you get for playing, like logging on instantly yesterday and then also having played this game for the past year. I guess you know how to play it a little better. Which I'm not too perturbed about. Only slightly perturbed. Talk to that guy, get some questicles done. I don't know what quest this is. Rumor has it. Kind of a sick. Fuji has joined the group. Who is it? Are they in the chat with Fuji? Meat Slap and Son of Sorcery 7? What the fuck? Pog level 8. I mentioned it yesterday, but the voice actors definitely had a lot of fun, like, voicing the characters. I wish it was like this when it first came out. I would have been slightly more invested. But everything was so, like, grunty and monotone and unlikable. Every single one of the characters, too. Let me see if I can... I'm gonna equip it. That's 5. Yeah, we're equipping that. Not because we're gonna use it, because it gives me more stats for rapier. We don't use rapier anymore. We're not sick with it. I should craft more gear. Okay. All right, schematic unlocked. Get back in there. And worse. But I am gonna craft some gear for... All right, I don't care. I just want the EXP. I am going to craft the bullets that I need. And I should have quite a few of those resources in town here. Tip donated. Well, quick tip. Any quick tips in chat? That's a very specific type of person. They know what they're who they are and what they do. Hey, but you know what? I'll talk about this. Quick tips. Fast recharge time. What do you mean new respawn point? New fast travel point activated. What's the new fast travel point? In here, yeah. Talking to play. Oh, fuck. All right. We're pinning the quest. Play guitar. If this is it for the quest, I'm fine with it. If there's any more, I'm not. That's not a flute. I am kind of glad I have everything muted in game though. Makes the experience better. Alright, give me my EXP.
There you are. Very astute. I would like you to play the part of a traveling bard. Find individuals of influence throughout the town.
Nope.
And play my melody for them.
I'll accept the quest, but...
Very astute. I would like you to play the part of a traveling...
practice? No. No, I'm not. Manage object. There we are, there we are, there we are. Perfect. So what route are we gonna take? Could do that, but that I have to go around the rock. So I'm probably gonna go bing bang boom bop. Pick bing bang boom bop boop. Oh, fast travel points around here. I think I just have to activate the little orb thing here. Pick up some notes. Pull all the mobs. Quick EXP farm. Yo, I do appreciate that it is like such a wide swing. So even if you do mostly miss, it still mostly hits. Iron. Mind up. Ready to go. I forgot to drop off my stuff in town. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Think I have to talk to you. Yeah. Then we're gonna get 5. Yo, just a goated song. More iron. I can't hit tab and go into my inventory and manage it while I'm doing the AFK task. Something requested to be added to game back when I started playing, and then seems to have never been implemented. I will 100% be over encumbered soon. I can't afford to open that. That gives me plus 12 con. Sure. Salvage, salvage, salvage. Need to get level 30. There we are, there we are. Get the wolf. Nope, nope, and nope. Where's my bag? Said every person ever. Everyone's after the bag. But we will get into that a little bit more later. Actually, I didn't really know what I was going to talk about a little bit later with that subject. But I think I have a bit of an idea now. turn into a bit of a segment. What's it? But only some of the wolves drop the... Alright. Only some wolves drop the bag. Oh, fend off wolves. Yo, best friend. Fend off wolves. Stolen silver. Stolen valor. I am that guy. He's so mad and he's definitely posting something or saying something in chat. Go back to town. No shot. I should head north. Pick that up so it's a quick teleport. Ignore the starving individuals. Or not starving, but injured individuals all around. Listen, we respect people who are generous. We do take the maximum greed route. We know who we are. We know what we do. I did say I was going to craft and then never did it. After picking up this teleporter, the Zynga, we can turn around, head south, a little bit of auto travel. And we're making our way downtown. Always worth running across all these different landmarks just to get the EXP. Even if you don't do anything here. Run past the water as to not get slowed down. Quick little roll. Style points. Also reduces fall damage IRL. Let me do some. Yeah. So if you'll see this actually in like professionals do this. After a fall, they will crouch down. You do it instinctively. Like that's how advanced the human body is. It's like you will do stuff like that instinctively to reduce fall damage. If you want to put it in the I told you, gaming terms apply perfectly to real life every time. But you will do this naturally to reduce your own fall damage IRL. When you drop down, you'll crouch down. Not the most efficient way to do it, but it is like ingrained into our biology. Now, you'll see professionals when they drop from a high distance, they will drop down and then they will roll. Reason they do this, salvage. Reason they do this is because it cushions the fall a little bit, if that makes a little sense. You can imagine it sort of like what's a good way to put it? You slow down a little bit by landing on the ground. That's true. Let me pick up that quest, then recall, because I don't know where I have to go with that quest. And I can recall the end from anywhere. Anyway, you can slow down after you hit the ground initially. Then as you crouch down, you're not breaking anything because your body automatically calculates the like how fast you need to descend when you start crouching. And following that, oh perfect, the quest, yeah buddy. Yeah, your body automatically calculates another advanced feature of your body. And then as you crouch down even more, it slows you down, slows you down, slows you down. Hit the bottom. The most efficient thing to do is roll, because you can imagine your torso, which is your center of mass, crouching down further to the ground and slower and slower and slower. And then it transforms sort of like a ramp, that sort of momentum down into yeah, you can imagine it as like an imaginary ramp. As you're jumping down from a high level, you're turning that momentum forward. And as long as you're not running into anything, you're probably not going to break any bones. Probably. To do salvage. And where is the storage loom? Storage shed. Now, luckily, so long as stuff is in town, at least this is the way I think it used to work, you can craft regardless of the situation. Now I can throw in the gems, throw in the elements, throw in the smelting, leatherworking, woodworking, dyes, furniture, quest items we keep. Keep in all that, trade skills, food, throw in the cooking, throw in the fishing, craft mods, and we keep the resources, coagulated blood. Yeah, we good, we Gucci. We chillin'. Now up to the forge, actually the smelter, and then to the no. We'll hit all of them. I do wish that all the crafting was in a small area. Actually, not the forge. I said the smelter and then I didn't do it. All the iron. Let's call half the wood. Hopefully this doesn't put it into my inventory. All the silver. And yeah, we already did the wood. Go over here. Make some timber. I needed this for something. And then the rest into timber. Downgrade timber to lumber. Weirdwood to lumber. Don't have any of that yet. We've already read this. Workshop. Iron cartridge. I need linen. I need gunpowder. All right. We're gonna purchase some. Maybe I can go to the loom, which is down south. Craft myself some linen. I probably have enough stuff for that. And if I don't have enough stuff, shop's right nearby. Don't tell me. Don't. Okay. We go down the secret alleys here. We don't go down that secret alley. That one's the suspicious one. Loom. Linen, fibers. How many fibers? Over towards the outfitting station. Yeah, of course not. Let's go over toward the... Where do I craft gunpowder? Oh, let's go to the cook shop real quick. Get ourselves some energized travel rations. Energized light rations. Yeah, we only got the one ingredient. But let's get some regular travel rations. We're looking to get some food unlocked just to level up the cooking skill. Also gives us EXP. Cooking level 10 at the minimum. Roasted cabbage unlock. Storage shed. We do have like 5k gold. We're good. I could. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bazinga. I need iron cartridges are only 2, but gunpowder is 30 cents. All right, so we're gonna buy maybe 50 worth of gunpowder because guaranteed it's repeatable. Charcoal, flint, saltpeter. I don't have any saltpeter. I have very little flint. Beyond that, I need linen. Linen is spelled with an E. 55. Sure. And then another bit. 34 I bought. Let's buy another 16. I'm sure I can buy better bullets currently, but we don't really need them. We don't have leveled up skills, so it doesn't matter anyway. It's not all that much. Into the workshop. Iron car. Yeah, you make 100 per. Yeah, let's make like 500. I don't really need any more for right now. Throw that into our inventory. Got a little quick Steam achievement. Tools of the trade. With that gathering speed? Yeah, I'll send it. Fuck. Start a new song too fast. We can hit this up. Number 4. Right up there. I don't want to have to... Come on, let me do the gamer. Yeah. 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 All right. New World knows what's up. Now we're into the positive vibes. Hell yeah. It's undiscovered. We'll get EXP for that. I think we gotta activate the thing. Alright, so I said the attack range was wide, not infinite. Was not lying, but, you know. Get the enforcers. What enforcers? Where are the enforcers? Or just... I hope these guys are the enforcers. Yeah. They did say enforcer, but they also didn't have the little thing above their head. 4. Talk to Ray William Johnson. Got it. We'll run back to town. We'll teleport over here. What's faster? Probably this one. Instead of Garbo rations, where's the trash bin? This one? Drums. shift click. There we are. Oh, it just drops on the ground. We'll throw that in travel rations. Otherwise we can... What do we throw in? Some of our emergency high tier potions. There should just be a trash slot in the inventory. Unless there is one and I just didn't see it, but I don't think so. This quest leads us up here, I think. But we're gonna teleport over here. I'm so glad they reduced the cost of Azoth for travel. You used to be able to travel to like 5 places before, and then from 1000 Azoth to 0. It was terrible, not fun, not great. So, new segment I'm thinking of as well. And the reason I'm thinking segments, I'll start off with this. The reason I'm thinking segments is I can turn segments into standalone YouTube videos. Standalone YouTube videos are kind of sick with it. They help growth. Beyond the just standard issue streams we're doing, where they upload as kind of YouTube videos afterwards, but they don't generate as much. Where do I have to go? What do I have to do? Climb to the next level, which I'm assuming. Nope. Gotta do the old-fashioned way. They haven't invented elevators yet. Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, you can turn segments into standalone YouTube videos pretty easily, so long as you set up the segments like that. I should use the F. F's in chat. You can turn segments into standalone YouTube videos pretty easily. They do not have to be like recorded separately. Contribute to both stream content and to like YouTube content. And I don't know, just sort of a thing. Streams do not grow channels. At all. Alright. Yeah, streams do not grow channels at all. It's 100%. Yo. This guy dirty. Leave the spirits of the fallen. Was there supposed to be multiple? Yo, my quest event popped up and there we go. Torment of the Soul Wardens. Quest complete. Iron arrows acquired. Maximum loot. Maximum pog. Yeah, anyway, the YouTube, the segments create great YouTube content, and growth is done through YouTube. I don't really do this for the money. That I can, you know, do by myself, but it's the I don't know, I kind of wanted to see what it's like to grow a channel. It seems like it'd be fun. Bend over 6. I had to spell it in that weird way to get past either the filter. Oh, approaching Azoth Cap. C'est la vie. We can do more teleporting around, make the travel time a bit quicker. Explore some new areas, don't have to always be in the same area. I can go down here, teleport over there. Somehow I have that unlocked. Somehow I have a lot of this unlocked. I don't remember traveling to all this. Did I get another satchel? Or was that the reward for this completing this quest? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Level 29. Hell. Let's go. We're making progress. Yeah, fast travel point, and then over to the city. We're making rapid, quick, expedited progress. I think I was chatting about this earlier, but I was saying about my medical stuff. Between all of my other spinal stuff, they said unremarkable. I was a little disappointed when they said unremarkable. I know unremarkable's good. For in terms of like your spine and like medical things, but hear me out. What if instead in the medical world they put everything on like normal, like everything was normal, and then they had like a number grade score beside it, number grade score 1 to 10, and they just sort of rate your body parts. Maybe that gives people some might give them some anxiety, but I think the anxiety is worth it, just to get the medical community a little more credit. Beyond that, gives them a little bit more content to work with. Let's go. Yeah, let's just run out to 4 and then go there. In the group I'm in right now. 27, 32, 27, 23. Fuck, I'm still 20. Oh, I'm 29. Does not update. Gotta go to 4. Little iron mine? Not full on inventory anymore, so we can afford to hit it now. Well, I mean, you can always afford to hit it. I mean, is there ever a reason not to hit it? But more on iron mines. At least we're not full on inventory anymore, and the resources will be useful later. It'll get used, I'm sure. It'll either get used or sold. Invest. There we are. The north face. Do I have to go up? Oh, it's up there. It is. Alright. assuming that means just go there. Investigate the south face. Come close, come close. Bang. Bingo. Bango. Alright. Alright, you didn't die in one hit. As mentioned before, I am upset, but you know, we'll accept it. Activate Norma? What the fuck is Norma? We gotta go over to the right if we wanna do that more, but we'll go north. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll hit this, we'll hit that. A little bing bang boom action. Teleport down here, go back to 4. Use a little bit of our Azoth so it doesn't max out on capacity. And while we're running up here, I am going to go grab a drink. Drink time, drink time. Bada bing, bada boom. So, unfortunately, I always like to have carbonated and drinks in can. Cause drinks in can, you can do that little pop thing where you can do it right into the microphone. Got that nice juicy audio quality, but c'est la vie, not currently. Just a little Nestea zero sugar. What do I gotta do here? Come on, pop up. Discipline the pirates. Kill the pirates. And burn the pirate banners. Now, back to Norma. I don't know if anyone's ever seen Suits. Great show, by the way. Recommended multiple people into watching it. Only really recommended the first 7 seasons. Everyone knows Meghan Markle. No one knows shit. Patrick something. I know his first name. I'm pretty sure most people would like to be known as their last name, just because it gets a little more recognition. Everyone, you say Patrick is an actor, everyone thinks Patrick Stewart. But the other guy, both leave the show. Meghan Markle plays why am I forgetting her name? Anyway, she plays a great character. It's not Robert Zane. Robert Zane's her father. But the long and short of it, Norma is the assistant. I think you might see her once or twice, but you don't really see her all that often. And eventually throughout the series, Norma dies at a certain point. She's just straight up dead. And she's the secretary of a character named Louis Litt. Call him the anti-hero of the story. He's the most annoying character at the very start. He turns around by the end. I think he turns... How do I put it? Definitely not everyone's favorite character. But he turns into sort of a very enjoyable character halfway through. Just because he eventually does not give two shits. He sort of becomes the character everyone wants him to be. That's all I'll put into it. Without getting any further into the actual story. Sweet, stole the kill. I think he still gets the EXP for it though. Anyway. Norma, just his secretary, not related, nothing at all. She dies, and guy just gets her ashes. Now, I don't know if she has any like familial ties. They are not close. Like, she is noted to dislike the guy despite being his secretary. But for some reason, I'm still caught up on the fact that he has her ashes. All right, give me more pirates. Sweet pirates. And 2 of them at that. All right, pirate shaman. Gotta go back there. Doesn't matter. We're going up north. You're ignored. Donowald. Suits is just overall a great show, though. What are you falling at now? Suits sucks. Suits is a great show, Eric. I don't know. My internet drop? Nah. We still live. We still juicing. We still gaming. Let me turn down the music just a little bit for a second. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe too loud for me. Anyway. I don't know. I enjoy watching a lot of different just content. I tried to watch VGHS earlier, and that didn't go so well. I mean, despite the fact that VGHS is like available to be watched on YouTube, copyright not a thing for it. It's still marked as unavailable by YouTube, and you know, just ground my gears just a little bit. Took down the stream for a second, but you know, we're surviving. Pasture sheep. You're not in pasture. You're not a pasture sheep anymore. You're unowned. I'm not catching up. I meant to keep using my blunderbussy. Because apparently it's very good. Well, overtuned right now. And I want to get the upgrade points for it. Go up north here a little bit. Alright, thing wasn't appearing for a second, but we do get free XP for it. We're going this way. Pick up the quest before we do any. I wonder how many shots it puts down. I think I got the build for the blunderbuss earlier. Net shots one of them, the bomb is the other. Azoth Blast looks pretty sick. Silver Vein. Could grind stuff by. Do I have to shoot this? No, I do have to. I guess I just have to run over it. All right. Yeah, famously, best way to burst something, step on it. Bullets ineffective. Also, best way to burst something, don't miss. All right, you can't hit the R button to reload. Tight. Just gotta fire off the second shot. Destroy tentacles. Destroy clotting carapace. Tendrils, where you at? Begging for the location of tendrils through text. Yet another level on the blunderbussy. Yo, I wanted that. I remember those used to do quite a bit of damage. I don't know if they still do. I'm assuming these are meant to be like the reason they're named Canary is like canary in a coal mine. I need to cut down more tendrils. Well, tentacle action. Everyone's favorite genre. Dunk and dunk and dunk and dunk. Or silver. Oh, bounce action. Only a little stuck. Only a little stuck. Only a little unstuck. Sweet. There was a tendril there. No, it's still there. Please don't kill it. I needed that. I think this one that spawns out front. And I'm pretty sure I killed one here, but, you know. It also didn't count towards the total, so... 3 is scout, so just probably follow the markers, but we do gotta stay here for a second to kill those tendrils. Maybe we can upgrade weapon mastery in the meantime. Quick little bomb. I'm pretty sure I acquired the bomb. Did not count towards acquiring the bomb. I need to kill that tendril. I need to kill that tendril. Oh, I'm mad. All right, we're gonna go south side. Do a little scouting. Yo, tendril. Don't care about the mobs. All right. Scouted. Stepped on. I'm pretty sure I just shot that. And I just gotta hit that bottom side. You know we be hitting that bottom side. Thank you, kind sir, for the heals. True, Reddit energy has never been felt more before. And then this way. The music is just Jam City. Music was 100% the thing bringing down the vibes earlier. Now vibes are peaking.
corruption blocking the because corruption's power.
North. If it sends me back down here, I think I might touch on Brightwood just for a second. Have I joined the Marauders yet? No. Syndicate. Where's Marauders? Faction initiation. Faction initiation. Ah, I gotta go back there. That's not the... Oh, that's up there. Yeah, I'm not going there. What do I gotta do here? Oh, sweet. You know, a little lootage. I'm guaranteed to hit R to try and reload at some point. And then it just not work because reloading isn't a thing in this game. Gotta empty the clip clean. Steaming as off stream. We'll handle that when we go to Brightwood. Oh, little bit of strength. EXP gain, storage, standing gain, EXP gain, standing gain. Through the bomb. I don't know if anyone else has this in like any sort of shooting game. The automatic reaction to hit R whenever you want to reload. Zero thought, empty brain. Large forehead, quite a bit of space. What does the bomb look like? You're shooting that in front of you and then it explodes in a few seconds. Alright, tight. A lot of burst damage on this thing. I wonder. Shoot, switch. It does reload. Is that guy level 50? He's level 60 already? Actual snail's pace. Don't worry, best New World gamer. Nearly level 30. Then I can probably... This is close now. Close enough at least. There's a lot of camps here. I feel like I should like E on one of them. Wanted to get a pasture sheep earlier. No. Scarred me. Permanently scarred for pasture sheep. Nope. Never again. Investigate bonfire. Bonfire investigated. Corrupted ruffian. Get that supply crate. I gotta Alright, just gotta defeat a guy real quick. He should be back soon. Oh, he's right there. Yeah, now I gotta investigate the feasting hall. Yo, easy levels, easy levels. Big luck. Let's do the close one first and then do the far one after. Got the provisions. Probably people meant to spawn inside, but area's cleared out. Large gamer presence in the area. And we ride for the west. Keep looking over like I'm gonna have more drink in my drink, because I definitely need more. But no. Defeat Overseer Zane. Yo, Zane, my guy. Come down. Zane. I don't even care if you're not Zane. I just need you to come down. There he is.
You will join us or be drained of life. Your resistance is amusing.
Taunt gained. Hit. Big damage numbers. Got the rough leather scourge. Simply need to defeat 6 more corrupted foes. In doing so, we'll head north. Ooh, the jazz is popping. Perfectly played. Switch over. Shot. Boom. Dude, the combo ability. The combo ability. Poison soil at Ebon Rock Quarry. Earth poisoned. Dude, never poison the earth, please. Still gotta live on this shithole for another, I don't know, 5 years at least. Give me that, at least that long. I'll die within that time. Sort of good. Yo, fuck the old people, honestly. That's the real problem. Yo, it counted. 7 more corrupted individuals. No, no shot. Boom, done. A singular more corrupted individual. Why won't it let me just kill other gamers to acquire corrupted individual kills? Each and every single one of them is corrupt. Let me just kill the old people to acquire corrupted individual souls. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? My corrupted brothers in arms. There we are. There we are. There we are. Rescue. Dude, it is dangerous to go alone. Take it. Yo, the guy I was calling Zane meant to rescue. Is there an option not? Yeah, not. Just not. This guy's in horny jail. Yeah, it is on his head. Escape the cavern. Goal given to every gamer the moment they're born. Only happens for about, let's call 50% of them.
Even those that believe they are immune shall learn. They too must succumb to corrupt power.
Yeah, it'll be quick. Quick trek over there. All right, stop me moving. Let's get outside. Got our auto path. Grab a second drink receptacle filled with some of the most seductive liquid possible. Quick little roll. Quick little... Yeah, buddy. Quick little roll. Yeah.
It is done.
Level 30. We're gaming. Dude, I don't know what it is. Maybe a little too much Cowboy Bebop growing up. The jazz is just, as long as it's like that fast, accelerated, not the smooth, not the blues. Those are different. They're way different. But if it's like this kind of jazz where it's like hitting every single beat, does not give your brain a second to calm down, constant dopamine action, best jazz. Best music, period. I think I just like the trumpets. That also might just be it. Where am I at? Where am I at? Where am I at? We're teleporting back down there. We're hopping in the teleporter. We're teleporting over. In the 10-second teleport period, do we have enough time to go acquire another drink? Fast travel, yes. We do not. We've been delayed. But we've made it back. Quest. Join Marauder. I think around level 30 is a better time to become a Marauder anyway.
There it is.
I've reached the Azoth Cap. I just teleported too. Marauder initiation, broken bone, and blasted bulwarks. There. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it, gamers. This is a gamers only area where we acquire a quest. Begging through the location of text. 3. Speak to Huntsman Lee. Go sheep in a rock. It's interesting how the name Lee is sort of... It's spread through a lot of different cultures. You have like your English Lees. You have your very I mean, there's a lot of different areas in stop pulling me. Stop microing me. Give me a moment. Someone was concerned I fed my dog too early. It seems like the most non-issue possible. But, you know, we're surviving. Let me out. Yo. Level 8 greatsword. Let's go. Give me loot. I was promised a loot for killing boss monsters. Already read this stuff. Monsters of the boss or variety. Even if it's a minor boss. Yo, game, just make my life easier and like do everything automated so I don't have to play the game except for all the fun parts. Just walk everywhere for me. Oh no. You know it's an issue when people get home and immediately start having problems. Plant explosives at the Eastern Tower. Yo, I require more knights to eviscerate, beat in sword, hand-to-hand, and mental combat. Just absolutely mentally dominate them. Just as every opponent who's ever encountered me has experienced. There we go, there we go, there you go. 3 more individuals with an unlucky fate. Unfortunately, that's you, dude. A shotgun blast to the face, never a fun experience. Except for certain situations, I'm sure. Some people have fun getting shotgun blasted in the face, so I think that's sort of a unique experience to some. There we go. And now we leave. You blast and go. That's how I live my life.
I can hear other people yet.
Oh no, it got re-enabled. It got re-enabled. Oh. All right, we're gonna re-disable voice chat. Social. Oh, it's in the group. All right, nah, we don't do that here. Your mic sounds like it was purchased at the dollar store. You don't get to talk. Right here, right here, right here. Yet again, another farm animal stuck in a mountain. Lodged in stone.
This band of warriors could do well if they seize their true potential.
Oh yeah?
Treasure, wealth, power, all things you could offer.
Woman like you, I'll get you all my potential. All 3.5 inches. The half is important. Changes the whole story. Some people say that doesn't matter. Join the faction? Absolutely. Yep. Open faction board? Yeah, not doing any of that. Bada bing, bada boom. Join the company. No, not create company. Kaizen. New world. Go to the company chat. Send to name. There we are, there we are, there we are. Following this, go back to the teleport gate. Alright, QOL, real quick. If I'm in the general area of a teleport gate, I wish to be able to teleport anywhere. We're gonna use this. I don't like being at 1,000 out of 1,000. Makes me uncomfortable. 4-digit, yeah, 4-digit numbers? Nah. Not my style, not my speed, not my juice. We're going to 3. Yeah. And then, yeah, just like cities. Keep it simple, keep it clean. Just like this entire area, sort of like these little mob spawn areas that they distinguish. Same thing, same juice. Fuck, I did it again. I hit the R button to reload. I've been so absent-minded before and walked through this water to get to that guy. And as much as I would not like to think about crossing this bridge, I'd also not like to endure the suffering from wading through 2-foot deep water. Sorry, not 2 foot. Like half a foot deep water and being slowed down to 10,000th% of my move speed. Actually the worst. Got the canes. Gotta figure out that spread pattern on those bombs. Quick little teleport action. Oh no, I meant to fall here. All right, tight, tight. Only a little fall damage. Descend into the depths of Canis. Little ancient urn. Little roll. Quick little jump. All right, no jump. Guy doesn't know how to use the Z key to crouch or to lie down. Ah, he figured it out. Quick little lootable area. Crouching is also, I don't know what about it is, but it is the best part of this game. Descend deeper and greedier into the depths. I'm not going back for that. Missed my opportunity. Dunk, 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 dunk. Over here. I remember this was the main story quest for the main game. Like not the main game, but back when it originally released. It was not tight. I don't know, just not a fan. This aesthetic, not the. It's just not it. Where do we go? Up there? South. And I think there's a whole area that's built like this. A little later. And I don't know. Maybe just not a fan. What I kind of want to do while I'm grinding out these levels, because it's 100% grinding. It is at this point, it's slowed down to the point of not being terribly fun. I think I might do the rest of this just sort of offline. Have my recording software going at all times so that NVIDIA pick up stuff, and just be ready at all times to hit the button, record the last 2-ish minutes of content. That way I don't have to be on all the time. Parkour action? Where am I headed? Where am I headed? What do I have to do? Gain access to the inner sanctum? Hey, I'll gain access to your inner sanctum. Whoosh. Nearly fell off the edge. How do I go about gaining access to the inner sanctum? Triangle BX. Kane? Huh. 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 Oh, is it? Did it just take a while? Just had to stand there for a second and it open up. Is this a thing on the door now? Game? Game, please. Game, please. Do I have to like press something? Over there? Interact? I gotta, I see. This guy's doing it. Weird triangle. And then X and then weird triangle. I just gotta light them. It doesn't even have to be in an order. Well, this guy's doing it. He's doing it. This is weird triangle. Door is open. I swear to God if I fell there. Bada bing. Bada boom. Lego. Silver cross piece. I see. So I am going to leave the group, complete this quest, and then fucking Kevin Durant. The Kevin Durant club is actually hilarious to me. We might do our React content to what I have in mind here. Yeah, I'm just gonna teleport. Ugh. Dude, I wish I had a microphone sensitive enough to pick up on all the cracks. Because they're so good every time. Yo, look at all these gamers coming back from their main story quest. Motherfucker's blocking me. Pog Maximum Azov and yo, I fucked up my software.
I met a traveler who spoke of corrupted coming down from the north. I do not know. I cannot go.
I got level 31 though. Is it gonna pop up on the front, or did it already record it? It might have done. I didn't see it because my thing glitched out. I'm mad. All right. Gotta go back down here. That's probably something to get after. All right, fishing quest down there. Yeah, but that's probably something to get after. And here's what we'll do. Oh, character. Sign that. Map. Everfall. EXP gain. Really should discover Ebonscale Reach, considering it is a territory we own. But, yeah, here's what I'll do. I'll end off the thing here, and we will go and edit and do a little React gaming thing now. Let's go here and go back to the donc scene 3. A little bit of a gaming moment. Exit to desktop. All right, let's bring it up here. You know, help me with the YouTube intro chat. We are gonna find. Oh, no, that's coming back. That's going away. All right. We're going to find over on YouTube. Cool. Dun. There we are. This is the video I'm after. Minimize that, maximize that.
As society grows,
And we'll turn up the volume. I think our music paused automatically. Hell yeah, it did. All right. How's the audio levels here?
a society grows great when old men plant trees.
Ah, perfect. All right. We're going to intro into the video. Quick little stretch first. For some content. All right. Thinking up an intro real quick. Thinking it up. All right. I got it. Now, I don't know if you've seen a lot of my other content, but we're not so opinionated here. At least I try not to be, especially when we do the news streams. But we're going to get a little bit of opinionation here today. We're going to try out a new segment here on stream. Just to try it out, get some more finely edited down videos here. A little React Andy content. We got a video by economics. About economics, about boomers, about you know, the young people. Someone about I'm a little bit opinionated here. And something we definitely have to fix. Now, not a lot of people know about let's put that a better way. Not a lot of people know about my education on a lot of this stuff, though we have dove quite deep into it, and by we I mean I have dove a little bit deep into the economic thought here. Been on both sides previously. Figured out a few things, learning from both and seeing the others as my opponent, both the more socialist and the more capitalist. But let's get into a little bit of content here on young generations are now poorer than their parents and it's changing our economics. And I have seen the
A society grows great when
long form form of this. There was it's an amazing how do I put this? It was an amazing lecture by, I don't actually remember his name. Probably linked down here. Dunk. Actually not. Maybe it's Morgan Goranson. But we'll see a little later. I think he's going to mention it in the video. But yeah, this was inspired by a lecture, I believe, and the lecture is excellent.
a society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in. A Greek proverb from a time well before the problems of our modern economies or the study of economics itself is as true today as it was thousands of years ago. But do we really live by this idea?
A little bit of a
For the first time
primitive
since the
system.
Industrial Revolution, successive generations are not becoming wealthier than their parents.
I think this is a key graph. First and foremost, graph kind of ends here. Graph kind of ends here. Graph kind of ends here. Looking at the lineups here. This is the age range. This is I believe when they were born. This is kind of funny. Age 28. Age 28. But if you look at the most modern generation, which is the bright pink here, where is it? Where is it? The hot pink. Oh, it's right there. I guess this doesn't dive too much into it, but you can kind of see how as the thing goes down, he's probably going to explain it.
While there have certainly been setbacks and
No, he doesn't explain it. All right, let's dive a little bit
and
further
not
into this
becoming
chart.
wealthy.
Orange, white, pink, gray. You can sort of see it from this end and read it backwards. Boomers, even older boomers, sorry, even younger boomers, younger boomers, younger boomers, younger boomers, younger boomers, younger boomers. 1976 is when this changes. This is the peak. Maybe they surpass here, but like everyone surpasses. Actually, no, they don't. They don't surpass later. These guys surpass later. But if you're born in 1976, you have less money on average, or less paid than people paid in 1971. That's insane. Even less so for those in pink, even less so for those in gray, even less so for those in purple. But I mean, that's to be determined.
Wealthier than their parents. While there have certainly been setbacks and historical outliers from this trend, it has remained true in aggregate for the populations of most developed economies. For a long time, it was simply the expectation that people's children would have a better lifestyle in their adulthood than they did.
Yeah, good luck expecting that nowadays.
But today, that really is no longer the expectation. In fact,
Yeah.
most young professionals can only aspire to live the lifestyles that their parents did. Younger generations are finding it harder and harder to get reliable jobs, afford comfortable homes, start a family, and save for retirement. This is despite the fact that the world is a much richer place today than it was at any point in the 20th century when baby.
I saw a graph recently. It was since 1960, roughly, I believe. The increase in wealth, like the increase in earnings for the average person has gone up. I think it was scaled from like. It was. Yeah. Okay. Since the 1960s. Average wealth has increased, or average income rather, has increased from 100% relative to the 1960s, all the way up to 1,100% in the in the 2020s. However, productivity has increased 2,500%. That means all that extracted wealth, all that extra wealth that we've been generating, and now businesses in the past were making mega dollars. Businesses were making way loads of money in the past. But nowadays, they're making way more and paying way less. It's like you're making 1.5 compared to, or businesses are making 1.5 compared to the past. People are not seeing those returns. That's the rise of automation. That's the rise of higher increase like productivity tools, but the workers are not seeing those benefits.
Baby boomers were busy building their now unassailable fortunes. So, what is going on here? How is it that a world that is richer overall, producing generations that are poorer than the ones that preceded them? Is there some underlying cause to this? If there is there some way to reverse it? And if there isn't, does that mean that we can only expect every generation going forward to be poorer than the one that came before it from now on?
If we don't have a massive economic overhaul, yeah, we can.
Oh, and I suppose it's probably also worth asking, does this even matter? Since everyone is eventually going to die and pass down their wealth anyway.
Yeah, because the wealth does not pass down equally. It gets progressively hoarded into a smaller and smaller group of individuals.
Here's a question for you all. Is it better to be born into a large cohort with lots of people the same age as you, or a small cohort with not a lot of people the same age as you? Traditional
I've seen
economic
this
theory
video,
suggests that a small cohort is preferable. It means less competition for jobs, housing, social programs, spots in good schools, and on a macro level, less competition for things as basic as natural resources. But how then do you explain the baby boomers, which despite...
Well, so if you're born into a small cohort, but the cohorts prior to you, now cohort meaning population birth, I think you can see sort of Twin Peaks at right at the start and like halfway through the baby boomers. Halfway through the baby boomers and right at that transition point between millennials and baby boomers. So like the oldest of the oldest millennials as well. Those two groups have the absolute highest population birth rates we've ever seen in human history. Beyond that, you see, how do I put this into words? With that, the generations born afterwards are progressively getting poorer and poorer, meaning that wealth is being extracted towards those older people, despite more money being generated nowadays than ever.
Despite being part of the largest population explosion ever, are in aggregate very wealthy. Well, Lord David Willetts, a British
That's the lecture I've seen. Lord David Willetts,
politician, demographer, and author, suggests that the opposite may be true, and that in a democratic system, being part of a larger cohort is actually preferable because it gives that group more voting power on generational issues and more sway in marketplaces. When
partially
the boomers
true.
were young, they voted for policies that benefited them. Low cost or free higher education.
Huh. Almost like that'd be useful now.
Family support systems and strong social welfare.
Huh. It's almost like they've stripped that all away.
When they got to the peaks of their careers, their voting patterns changed again, and now this large block of voters was in favour of lower income taxes, less business regulation, more domestic industry protections to avoid outsourcing and global competition, and on a smaller scale, things like zoning laws which would protect the value of their homes.
Huh. All right. So on those points, first, he brings up the protect domestic products and lower income taxes. You ever heard of modern economic theory? You want to know when that started? Well, kind of around this time and a little bit before that, but mostly around the 70s, especially after the gold standard was dropped in the US. I'm Canadian, so it's a little different. we were pegged to the US currency. They dropped. Now we're free floating because they're free floating. So, interestingly enough, them lowering income taxes, them lowering taxes overall has kind of fucked us over now, especially with high inflation and high, what's the word? High interest, because they, on top of decreasing tax, they also increased their decreasing tax, they also decreased interest rates, which has really fucked us over now. Protecting domestic supply? I wonder why goods have only been getting more and more expensive, and domestic industries, which were once very fair and even, are now rising increasingly in cost. Ever heard of any sort of gas budgets where and cost where it's increasingly going up and up and up, but for some reason the US and Canada produces way more oil and way more gas than we really need. But for some reason, almost like the domestic supply is protected and the industries are subsidized to outcompete foreign markets, and then they sell them to those foreign markets to make more money anyway. Our gas prices are insanely high. Oh, and beyond that, house prices. Yeah, I mean, part of the reason why house prices are it's a whole load of different problems, but they've also just built less houses. There's I can grab the graphs later, but over the last so many years, despite the population increasing exponentially, house building only been going down.
The push towards suburbs with mandated single-family building requirements meant that houses got bigger and good locations got more desirable because only so many family homes could be built there. In the 50s, houses were basically a commodity. The majority of the expense was in building the structure itself, and it wasn't unreasonable for the family cars to cost more than the family home. Fast forward 50 years and those houses are now investments as much as they are places to live.
Fucking
in old age,
investment
the boomers have
houses,
now started
holy
voting
shit.
to support retirement benefits, pension schemes, medical infrastructure, and to remove wealth tax.
Yeah, support retirement benefits. Yeah, that's fine. Take care of the old people. They deserve it. They're old. Not these old people, but like old people in general. Pension schemes. Kinda. They're living way older than they were expected to, and they're extracting way more out of the system than they invested. Now, that's a good thing, but they're extracting a lot of wealth. Way more wealth than they ought to. Medical infrastructure, again, super fine. Our medical system's collapsing anyway. They're not really investing in medical infrastructure. And the pension schemes, again, they're kind of investing in that. But they're really fucking over the people who deserve it and giving it to the people who do not need the pension. And then removing wealth taxes. Oh my God, wealth taxes. We don't have wealth taxes for the most part in North America, or Canada and US included. Let me explain to you why wealth taxes are important. Wealth, while true, people are taxed on capital gains. Again, capital gains used to be way higher. It used to be like 70%. But again, modern economic theory, capital flight is the worry, also known as brain drain, where people take their wealth and move it out of the country to avoid taxes. And with our modern economy, where it's very easy to transfer wealth between countries, they do not want wealthy people moving to other countries because they're going to lose that wealth. It's very easy. But beyond that, someone like Bezos or Elon Musk or anyone like that, what they do, and it's super fucked up. It's why you'll see statistics all the time where people take massive wealth and they're taxed maybe 0.5%. I think I think that's somewhere around the range of what Warren Buffett is charged for his taxes. He's charged 0.5% out of his billions of dollars he makes a year, but they're not counted as income. It's counted as capital gains. But he doesn't sell any of those stocks. They're long-term investments. He has vested interest in a lot of the companies. So what he does is he keeps the stocks. He holds on to them. He doesn't sell. Then he goes to your bank and he says, your average bank in Canada, it's RBC and or Scotia or TD, whatever. In the US, Capital One. I don't really know any other US banks. But Goldman Sachs. It doesn't matter. What they do is they say, I will put all my stocks and all my money in, or not all, but this sizable portion of my wealth into your bank. In return, I'm going to wager that money against a loan. Now, of course, if those stocks tank, loan's kind of worthless, but the stocks never tank. The whole economic system is built to prevent those stocks from tanking. It's mostly ETFs, which are fairly safe investments, which are centered around widely distributed stocks that are, you basically take 100 companies, take their stocks, one of each from each of the companies, mash them into one thing together, divide that into 100 or even 1,000 pieces, and sell each one of those stocks, those now mashed stocks individually. They take those wagered stocks that really don't change in value very much and usually trend upwards, maybe 2 to 7% per year. They get a loan for that much money at almost zero interest. The reason the banks do that is because they are then able to use that wealth generated to loan other people to create much, much, much more money. And again, same issue with capital flight. They can't really tax these guys or like have higher rates on these guys because otherwise they'll go to the competitor. Same issue as the stock market crash. If they didn't, I'm not going to get into that one. That's a little bit too deep. But if they don't give them the investment, they're just going to go somewhere else. And then they get those very, very low loans, those very low interest loans, and they just use that as their money. They're not taxed on loans at all. They don't have to pay any taxes on loans because, well, I mean, it's not their money. They're loaning it. But effectively, they're generating income out of nowhere, much more than the average consumer. Free money.
Even if that comes at the expense of all the schemes that serve them well in their young age. Of course, David Willett's work focus specifically on the UK, and yes, I know there are certainly people that vote for the greater good rather than their narrow self-interest, but on average it is easy to see this trend throughout the past half-century in most advanced economies. In my own home of Australia, for example, the 2019 federal election was more or less decided by a policy decision that would reduce the tax effectiveness of Australian retirement accounts. The party that advocated for keeping the favourable tax structure ended up winning, primarily thanks to older Australian voters. We recently just had another election where that opposition party backed down on their plan to change retirement account taxes, and they won.
Don't really know much about the Australian
A 2017 British election
elections.
study found that over time, votes for conservative parties have shifted from being divided by rich and working class to being divided by young and old. A lot
Which
of what
is
I've discussed
wild,
so far,
by the way. The like massive political parties that are meant to be like advocating for a left versus right issue are no longer advocated by a left versus right. It's exclusively old versus young. The Conservative Party, which is trending upwards nowadays in a lot of different countries because a lot of older people are getting more politically active because of the economy. The past couple years, I'm saying, is it's like massively dominating in a lot of places, especially rural areas. However, now with the economy tanking as much as it has, young people are coming into their prime, and the old people, the baby boomers who are dying en masse, are being phased out of that cohort, and it's moving more towards the left-leaning Labor Party, Liberal Party, Democratic Party, whatever's in your country.
Came directly from Willett's book, The Pinch, and a lecture he ran at the Royal Institution. It's definitely worth a read if you are interested in these demographic processes. Now, a lifetime of favourable government policy can be hugely beneficial to building wealth. Imagine how much better off the average millennial would be if they got free college or secondary schooling. Even all other things being equal, this would be the difference.
Very true. You know who did get that? For very cheap loans, basically nothing, much lower rates. Any baby boomer that wanted it.
That a lot of young people need to be able to put a deposit on a house. And that's the next big issue to consider, the housing divide. David Willett's small cohort theory probably omits, or at least doesn't emphasise, one important detail that gave baby boomers another advantage over successive generations. And no, it's not simply that they were able to buy houses when they were cheap, certainly that didn't hurt, but it's more a symptom of a bigger issue. They were a big cohort in a small world. They had all of the voting power and hardly any of the competition. In the 1950s and 1960s, the global population was roughly a third of what it is today. And not to start a whole thing here, but if you were a white man in the countries that we are mostly focusing on, your competition was even less severe. So, this added back all of the apparent trade-offs that we thought of earlier. There really was less competition for basically everything, including jobs, because employers had a smaller pool of labour to choose from. Labour force participation amongst women was very low, which further reduced the supply and hence the bargaining.
That's right around here. So 40 to 50%. Even lower when you get down to here. Which it's interesting that it's trending down. This is COVID right here.
Power of workers. But it also meant that domestic duties were normally taken care of, which reduced household expenditures on things like childcare, food, and general maintenance.
That's debatable. Reducing household expenditures, maybe. You still really had to spend the same amount for your household as you do now, but people tend to spend in excess now because they don't cook for themselves. People can clean by themselves. It's not really any sort of massive change, but the major change is the income of both people. So bear in mind, one person was able to work and afford a house. Now 2 people have to work and cannot afford a house. Just to pay rent, they have to do that.
These higher
And then sometimes you see 17 people in a single apartment.
relative incomes combined with lower outgoings meant that houses could often be paid off with as little as 1
Minorly
year's income.
reduced
Yes,
outgoings.
they did have to endure higher interest rates, especially in the 70s and 80s, which were their peak home buying decades. But it didn't really make the difference it would today. The median home in the USA in 1985 was $82,000. That's median, so 50% of homes.
All right. Now let's take that median price compared to nowadays, which is like over 450. It's over 450K now. When this video released, it wasn't. But take 82, and it's a per annum interest of 17%, just about at the highest. And you say, all right, so per annum, over a 30-year period, you take 17%, but you're also paying that off every year. Paying off a 1/30th of that every year. Let's maybe say that averages out to you're paying 200% of the house price, which is not what you paid. But even 82 times 2, obviously, 164. It's only 164K, which is what it was less than 20 years later. Less than 20 years later. And they're still paying for that? Now, bear in mind, they weren't paying for that all at once. They would have been paying for that up until 2010. So that 82 in today's dollars, where inflation is like skyrocketed high, is worth nothing.
Homes like the ones first home buyers would be looking at would be cheaper than this, but let's keep it simple and stick with $82,000. Adjusted for median household incomes, that $82,000 becomes $103,000. The average mortgage rate at this time was $1,000.
Hold on, that's important. Real median household income? It's not gone up that much. It's really not gone up that much.
Comes $103,000.
Inflation's gone up way more than
rate
this.
At this time was 15%, or roughly $15,000 per year. It did get higher in certain years, but most borrowers were fixed in at an absolute max of about 15%. So that's the worst case scenario. The median home today costs $430,000, and the average interest rate is just over 5%, or $21,500 per year just in interest payments. Again, this is adjusted.
Again, it's 5% average. It's not that much lower. It's not insanely lower. It's a third, but the prices have increased so much, in that 5% acting on a 450 as opposed to a 15% acting on an 82 is so much higher. And the barrier for entry, which is the major thing, people can get a loan, and if they want to do a 30-year loan, they can do that. But while incomes stagnate and prices only increase, the barrier for entry gets higher. And then the barrier to continue that gets higher.
For median incomes at the time, so
You could do this with two people working at a grocery store, legitimately.
on the surface, these seem pretty comparable. Maybe the younger generations shouldn't be complaining about unaffordable housing after all. A lot of people brush away this comparison by saying that inflation at this time was extremely high, so these higher interest rate payments didn't mean anything. But that's actually not true. Inflation in 1985 was 3.5%.
This is not the point. It's not that inflation, it's the accrued inflation. The accrued inflation of you take a low cost thing and you accrue inflation over time. That's the point. Instead of a high cost thing and accruing inflation over time. Sure, the number goes lower over time faster with the big cost thing. But for a low cost thing, that means it costs nothing compared to modern day valued money.
And while it was as high as 13.5% in 1980, this was consumer price index inflation, not housing inflation. The prices of
House inflation was definitely lower. Yeah.
houses throughout these decades actually grew at a relatively modest rate. It was everything else that was getting expensive.
Yeah, no, that's believable. I don't know. Walking to the outside world.
This is kind of
Notice that he doesn't put percentage marks here. What, over 2 years? 50%? What, another 2 years? 25%? Another 2 years? 20%? What happened to the other part of the graph? This is so limited. Why is this a 2022 census and you only have 65 to 85?
modest rate.
This is insane inflation. Even at the later parts, given the most generous thing, 60 to 70 over 4 years. All right. That's still like at least 2.5% per year. But again, that's housing prices. That's not the value of the currency at the time, not the living expenses, which is the most important part.
It was everything else that was getting expensive. This is kind of the opposite of what we expect today, where house price growth outpaces inflation. But that was not the case in the 70s and the 80s. So yeah, the inflation argument isn't totally fair. So is it fair to complain about how easy it was for baby boomers to buy a house? Well, no. They still had it easy for two other big reasons. It's not what you would expect, but the higher interest rates actually kind of helped them. Saving money for a deposit in an account that pays 10% interest per year really accelerates that savings goal.
I don't know if you just heard that. 10% a year? In what? Stocks? Stocks don't make that much. Bonds don't make that much. You put your money in the bank and they paid you 10% a year. For free. For free. As a kid? As a young 20-something, a young teenager? You put your money in the bank? You put $100,000 in the bank, next year it's worth sorry, not 100,000, but you put $10,000 in the bank, next year it's worth $11,000? Unheard of. You get less than 1% nowadays.
Higher interest rates also ensured that house prices never got too high because the repayments would just become unaffordable. In our example from before, we were looking...
Oh yeah, and beyond this, something that he definitely does not touch on is renting. I know this for a fact. He does not touch on renting. Renting back then, significantly easier. Significantly easier. Reason being, across the board, rent prices not as extreme compared to income in the area. The reason it's not really worth it to move no matter where you go for rent is, sure, you live in California for a few years, rent is like $3,000, but you're making $5,000. You move out to Wisconsin, try and do the same thing, you're making $3,000. You're making like two and a half. They're still charging you 1.5 in rent. Both scenarios, you still only make $1,000 a month on top of whatever your rent is. Across your country, it levelizes, and mostly across the world here.
At interest paid on the loans from 2 time periods. But the thing with a mortgage is you gotta pay back the principal as well. Paying back the principal on a $430,000 mortgage over a standard 30-year loan term will cost an additional $14,300 per year, bringing the total annual repayment to just under $36,000. The house from 1985 would have a principal repayment of $3,000 per year, bringing the total repayment to just over $18,000 per year.
$18,000 a year for that versus $36,000 per year. All right, yeah, it's only double.
Half of what the 2022 home buyer would be paying, despite interest rates being 3 times higher.
Oh? 3 times higher interest rates? I don't know what bizarro world this guy is living in, where it's 3 times higher. I guess the 15 compared to the 5% is what he's using. But that's not what you get paid in the bank.
Put another way, if the repayments were kept equal, the person buying the home in 1985 could have it paid off in 5 years rather than 30 years. So, why am I focusing so much on housing? Well, despite being a very important part of our lives, houses are also...
Cut this. Fuck the old people.
Uniquely unproductive. Real estate is kind of unique as an asset class because it doesn't produce anything of value. A house sitting on a block of land can appreciate in value and can provide a home to its owners or a rental income stream to an investor.
That's a little trippy.
But it doesn't
Why is it
make
rotate?
anything.
Why is it
Of
vibrating?
course, there are other investments today, like cryptocurrencies, that also don't produce anything of value. but their market is minuscule next to the market for real estate around the world. Minuscule and also irrelevant. If the value of Bitcoin goes to $1 million, well, that's great for the people that invest in it, and it will have some minor knock-on impacts in other markets as people cash out to buy whatever crypto millionaires buy, but it's not going to put anybody out on the street.
Well, yeah, you want to know why majority of homelessness, you might assume, a lot of homeless people, they're on drugs, they're lazy, they're bums. That's the baseline assumption for most people. No. Majority of homelessness, it's not seen on the streets. It's actually hidden homelessness. A lot of people living in their cars, living with friends, living with distant family members, but they're not living there temporarily. They're not living there permanently. They're living there temporarily for a few days here and there, back on to wherever, into hostels. They do not have a home. They do not have a place to stay. Beyond that, the reason they're pushed out of the market is not because they're lazy. It's because they do not make enough money, and they do not have the capacity to make enough money as they age. People say, "Oh, homeless veterans, give them houses." Why can't we do that for like everybody? The solution to homelessness is give people houses. The only way to turn them into, as like from a capitalist perspective, it's like the worst way to view it. The only way to make these people valuable and productive is to make sure that they have housing. Otherwise, they're kind of just bumming it day to day. You can't take a shower? How are you going to get a job? You don't have a place to keep your food, your stuff, your anything that can make you productive? How are you going to get a job to make money in the first place?
Housing affordability can do that, and it can also slow the...
Yeah, housing affordability, the thing that doesn't exist basically in North America. People do not get into, like, they get lucky, like extremely lucky if they get into affordable housing.
Progress of entire economies. Every economy in the world is still, for better or worse, focused around large centres of economic activity, what a regular person might call a city. If the real estate in these cities becomes too expensive, then it becomes infeasible for workers to hold down jobs there because more and more of their income will just go to paying rent. In the short term, this can be offset by higher wages, but then these centres are really just operating for the benefit of the landlords that are lucky enough to own property there. The money that landlords make from their properties are unlikely to be reinvested into company growth or spent on regular consumer consumption that keeps these businesses in business. It is likely to be spent on more property, further driving up market values and the amount of money that gets sucked out of productive centres to be shoved into unproductive assets.
Not only from a socialist perspective where you want to provide the means to the people to be able to make them productive, because both have the same goal ultimately of like giving people the means to make them productive from the socialist perspective, but from the capitalist perspective, you very, very clearly see that all this money invested into unproductive assets is just going nowhere. It's the same reason banks are invented. Banks originally were created for people, A, to store money, yeah. Sure, to make like transactions easier. Yeah, because, carrying around gold coins is, difficult. But main reason, to take this unproductive assets that are invested into housing or buildings or whatever it is, where you'd say put $100,000 into a house and just buy it straight up. You were forced to do that, but prior to banks. Nowadays, and even back then, that money was taken from the bank because people put their money in there and used in purchasing a house because a house is a productive asset so long as someone lives there. And all that money that the person had didn't have to be saved for so many years in order to invest in that property. They were still able to go on and live their life and not save for so many years and not be forced to live with their parents or become homeless because they physically could not afford a house yet. They were allowed to go out, get an investment from the bank to become a more productive worker. Now that system has been turned around where the people are, not the people, but the companies are extracting money out of the economy, which the banks put back in originally through the use of the bank, and putting it into housing, driving up prices, making people less productive, and just literally throwing away money.
High house prices
It's an inefficient system.
also reduce social and geographical mobility. A 2020 Pew Research study found that 52% of young American adults between the ages of 18 and 28 still live at home with their parents. Graphical mobility.
I don't know if you heard that.
A 2020 Pew
Let's go
Research
back on
study
that.
found that 52% of young American adults between the ages of 18 and 28 still live at home with their parents.
52% of people between 18 and 28. That's a lot of people who, at their parents' age, were able to afford and buy houses. Yet for some reason, it's not seen as a massive problem.
One could also reasonably assume that this number is higher after 2 years of COVID and record high house price growth.
Okay, 2 years. 2 years. Maybe COVID changed it. Yeah, sure. 52%. All right, that's fair. Now, what if that were lowered by 10%? Maybe 20%, maybe 30%. Still 20% of people between 18 and 28? When back in the day, every single one of those people, if they desired to, were able to work to go and afford and buy a house, is a unreasonable metric.
These young...
But it's got to be like 10% at the most. If you owned a house prior to this, you were not losing it due to COVID. Maybe if you were renting. But that's a whole other scenario, and there was moratorium on rent in quite a few places, and we can talk about that on another day.
Young adults are financially bound to where their parents live. If they get offered a really good job in a different city, they would have to decide if it's worth the pay increase versus the increased cost of living on their own.
Increased cost of living on your own. Also, the pay increase doesn't exist if you're renting at where you are already, because, as mentioned before, renting is scaled to where you live to equalize across countries.
If they decide it's not, then they miss out on a good job and a business misses out on a productive worker.
And again, negative from a capitalist perspective. So, removing productivity from your economy.
The concentration of wealth in a particular generation is something that can have very real consequences for entire economies, and these effects are only going to get more pronounced as populations continue to age. Places like Japan are clear examples of this, and they don't have the same kind of housing problems that we do in the West. But long term, does this even matter? I don't want to get too morbid here, but people eventually die, and their wealth will get transferred down to their children or some other beneficiary. So the concentration of wealth in a single generation is at worst a transient issue. I actually made an entire video last year about the Great Wealth Transfer, which is the process of the baby boomers dying and leaving their wealth behind. The problem we discovered in that video was that a lot of the wealth that is being passed down is coming in the form of private family businesses. In brief, the problem with that is that often these small businesses need the owner to continue operations,
you'll hear about it again. As soon as the original owner of a business dies or moves on from it, a majority of these businesses fail. Over 90%.
And the people that stand to inherit these businesses are either unwilling or unable to run them. Small businesses are a huge part of the economy, and losing them will do a lot of harm. Now, a glimmer of hope here is that these businesses can be sold by their inheritors to people that do have the skills and desire needed to run them. Perhaps they will sell them to people who have themselves got the money they need to buy the business from their own inheritances.
Unlikely.
The problem here is the type of people that will
Probably mostly large businesses, as people have begun to notice in recent generations.
actually be receiving this money. Most people don't receive money from their parents passing until they are pretty old themselves.
Where it's already either they've made it or they really haven't. And by that time, it's already a little
Often
too
approaching
late.
the end of their careers or starting retirement. If the money gets handed down to them, they are likely just going to use it to fund their own retirements and then just hand down whatever's left to their own elderly children.
And as that goes on, the wealth tends to decrease among the poor and the wealth tends to increase among the richer, as those businesses at the higher end tend to maintain that structure that already exists, and people still maintain and grow that wealth. But again, most wealth is created through the use of money, creating money, not through working for that money.
Money pooling in the hands of older people means less opportunity will be afforded to younger people to do all of the things that they do to build a functioning economy. Buying a house, getting a good job, and, starting a family, so that there is a continual supply of workers to run an economy. You can't run an economy on people waiting to get old enough to finally do something with their lives. Economists call this the intergenerational wealth problem. I like to call it the Prince Charles paradox. But it is something that we are going to have to address. Things like wealth and estate taxes are commonly proposed solutions, but even if they did work, they are going to be very unpopular amongst the huge voting bloc that got us here in the first place. The final thing we've got to ask ourselves is this all the boomers' fault? I know a little bit of
Yes.
intergenerational bickering is all good fun, but blaming our current
Not
economic
fun.
issues on a single generation is not going to be very productive. Voting in your own best interests and policies being enacted in the best interests of the majority is the foundation of democracy, and I don't think that anybody is reasonably going to argue that this is a bad thing.
It's not the democracy that's an issue. Democracy is actually a sham. Democracy doesn't exist. It's a fraud set up by the oligarchic businesses that exist today who have control over the regulatory bodies. As you've seen with the oil industry most explicitly nowadays, but it exists for farmers. Ask your local farmer and they will tell you how John Deere and other companies like that screw them over, how seed companies do not let the farmers replant their own seeds. They have to go out and purchase the same seeds once again from those companies because they make the seeds infertile. So many different businesses operate in the exact same way.
I think it's also very
It's the businesses set up by these boomers that operate in the flawed manner. So maybe it's not the boomers themselves that are causing the problem. Maybe it's just the economic system we live under.
very important to look at examples of economies where this has not happened. The second largest economy in the world, China, is a great counterexample.
China is not a great counterexample, especially after they just had their crash. This was prior to their crash, however. Now, our countries are relatively similar to China, actually. Now, the only difference really is that these guys are autocracies, meanwhile, we are oligarchies. They might sound similar. Autocracy, that means the leader in charge is so clearly and overpoweringly in charge that they mandate that they follow, and everyone's aware that there is a certain set of rules that they must follow. We live in a country where the Overton window is what decides what is the acceptable range of thought. Over here, you have your right-wing economic policy. Over here, you have your left-wing economic policy. And within like your two political parties, as there tends to be only really two of them. Anything outside of that is unacceptable. Anything outside of that is unacceptable. Meaning nothing really changes, and it allows the democracy to stagnate while businesses maintain control and propel themselves forward into the future.
Their generational baby boomers are known locally as the Lost Generation.
And as this video opened up with the plant a seed that will grow into something, what was it? Plant a tree that you will grow old to never see. You'll die and never see grow old, or something along those lines. These guys actually did that. They grew old and did not hoard the wealth to themselves. It was given to the younger generation, and the younger generation passes it on and develops more wealth onward. Ours have all held back the wealth, and it is not passed on. Well, China's economy, and again, China's economy is flawed, but by no means is it not flawed. Like, terribly. Where the older people tend to be poor while the younger people tend to be richer, and it continues to aim that way. Younger people and older people here, very opposite direction. And they're only continuing to get poorer.
Because they spent most of their working life in a dysfunctional economic system.
Much further behind our economic systems from a starting point, bear in mind. They didn't exactly have nearly as much slavery as we did. Didn't get as much capital investment from Europe as we did.
They were also too old to truly benefit from the rapid economic expansion that took place in the decades after the economy started opening up. This meant that despite still being a large portion of the population, they did not enjoy the same economic prosperity as their Western peers.
But they're taken care of by the government, and they're taken care of by their younger generations. Big cultural respect there.
Economic prosperity was also something that the boomers enjoyed that wasn't necessarily within their control. The last half of the 20th century, by historical standards, was very peaceful. The world also opened up to international trade and...
Huh. Wonder what this was. Huh.
Growth was put into overdrive by an abundance of cheap energy in the form of fossil fuels. It was a great time to make a fortune, and people did, which is probably the final piece of the puzzle.
Fossil fuels are a whole other
Once people
issue.
become extremely rich, and I'm talking about multimillionaires and billionaires here, they don't normally become poor again. The clump of billionaires that came from this generation will be skewing these figures to make them look worse than they really are. Remember, in a group with 1 billionaire and 999 people who are completely broke, the average member of that group is a millionaire. Most billionaires are pretty old, and these people will be making outsized impacts on their generational wealth statistics. Again, if we look at billionaires by age in China, a country where voting by the general population doesn't really happen in the traditional sense, we can clearly see that wealth comes from periods of strong economic conditions, not just having the ability to bend public policy to suit you and your peers.
They also bent policy to make themselves richer, but just in a different way. They're public about it. We're just private about it and acquire it for the rich and then give a veil of democracy. Meanwhile, China is just, yeah, the government's going to take all your wealth. It's the same system. I just want people to not be autocrats and oligarchs. I just want, like, actual real democracy.
Although, of course, I'm sure it doesn't hurt.
Alright, and I think now we're going to end off the stream. We're going to probably turn that into a bit of a video here. I appreciate everybody coming by. And I think I'll let you guys have a good night tonight. Peace, peace. Goodbye.